We are on a dark path that may end the dream of home ownership for many people, but perhaps it's not too late to take a different approach. According to the most recent reports, property prices are up 6.5%, but that does not reveal the real issues facing first-time buyers and home buyers. If you are looking to buy a house and you're finding it hard, it's not you, and you aren't the only one. The odds are stacked against you. If you are trying to buy a house right now, let me know after you've watched this video what you think is the biggest roadblock in your way. I will share what I think the biggest roadblock is for the market and first-time buyers at the moment for 2024 and beyond within this video. We are witnessing a scary shift within the housing market, and some alarming trends in 2024 are emerging that might make the situation even worse for years to come. This year's My Home Asking Price Report indicates a significant increase in national asking prices, with homes selling considerably higher than their listing price. But what is driving this price inflation, and how does it affect potential buyers, and is it telling the full story? Let's break it down a little bit. Across the nation, we are seeing a 6.5% jump in asking prices, with a notable distinction between urban areas and the rest of the country. And we're also seeing a rise in properties fetching far above their asking price as well. Asking price inflation in Dublin is now 7.2%, outpacing the 5.5% for the rest of Ireland. The report also found that asking prices rose by 2% in the first quarter of the year. If this rate of price increases were to continue, we could see double-digit increases for 2024. A lot of reports last year suggested that prices were stagnating or even falling in some areas, predicting that 2024 there will be very nominal increases, perhaps 2 to 4%. I actually thought prices could increase way faster, and the average price reports were not telling the full story, and prices could actually increase by as much as 10% or more in 2024. I'm not saying that double-digit price increases will definitely happen, but with supply being such an issue for 2024, prices could increase way faster than many have predicted. And there's also attempts being made to mask the lack of homes that are on the market by reporting that 63,000 units were sold last year, or sales were completed last year, the highest number since the boom. And while this is true in terms of the number of transactions, the reality is supply is a major issue. Homes for sales on the portals are at an all-time low. My Home only has about 10,000 homes, and Daft have only about 14,000 homes for sale. Supply of homes to buy on the open market are down about 20% on last year. With record highs of mortgage approvals, record high levels of cash on deposit, demand for housing is growing, and supply is extremely limited. In past videos, I did speak about supply being propped up by landlords leaving the market, and that they were leaving in their thousands, but that will dry up soon, and that will lead to even less supply on the open market. And we're starting to see signs of that now as supply levels continue to drop. So where will new supply come from to solve this problem? And that is the big question, and perhaps the answer to that is a scary one. There are a lot of so-called positive news stories or a spin that housing construction commencement numbers are up, and they are up dramatically from last year. I think nearly 7,000 new homes have started in Q1 of 2024, but this is not enough to feed the demand that's out there, and there is a little bit of a darker side to this as well. From speaking to many agents who specialise in land development, more than 50% of the sites in the Greater Dublin area are being bought up by the government through charities or housing bodies. Very few developments are being started by private developers, and even the ones that are being started by private developers, a lot of them are doing deals with housing bodies. This does not bode well for the private buyer into the future, and it doesn't increase supply into the private market either. Buying a home in the future will become even harder. Even if construction numbers of new homes do increase, it seems that much of the new homes that are being constructed or being talked about or planned over the next few years are going to be social and affordable homes or even built to rent. This ultimately means there'll be less supply within the private market. The state, as many people are aware, are the biggest landlord in the country, but now they're also the biggest developer. Some might see this as a positive step forward, but I see major concerns in terms of a threat to private ownership. For buyers, especially those who are stepping into the market for the first time, this trend spells trouble for them, and the dream of owning a home or being a homeowner is slipping away for many as more and more homes become state controlled. This also affects existing homeowners who want to trade up or trade down, because the lack of supply leaves them with very limited options for them to trade up or down, and therefore a lot of them end up being stuck where they are, resulting in even less supply coming onto the market. Factoring in all of these elements, very few of the new homes being constructed will be available to the private market. Current homeowners are going to find it very difficult to trade up, and they'll have limited options, so therefore they won't move. State bodies are becoming the largest developer, and they are pushing up costs due to lack of efficiency. Interest rates are likely to drop in the next year or so. With steady employment and a growing population and billions of euro on deposit, as well as an increase of money supply over the last few years, all of this points to rising house prices, and perhaps even faster house prices than many people are predicting. This, with the limited wage growth, affordability is going to become a bigger and bigger issue, and that dream of owning a home or being a homeowner is being pushed further and further away for many people. Looking at it from a broader picture, the state is focusing on providing affordable and social homes, and they're playing a bigger part in terms of providing houses. And most of their policies seem to be making it harder and harder for people to actually own their own home, and even very hard for people or small private landlords to continue to be small private landlords. And their policies very much are in favour of housing bodies or state-backed development, making it harder and harder for private buyers or private ownerships. And with that, I think there needs to be a shift back in terms of policy as well as ideology in terms of the importance of private ownership. This only really happens if people remember how important private ownership and ownership rights is to economic development within a country and one's own personal development as well. If you share these views or have a different view, please let me know in the comments below and keep the conversation going. If this video does resonate something with you, please share the video, support the channel by hitting that like button. As always, thanks for watching.